All right, guys, welcome to a new forecast. So, apologies for the worse content. It's not like the best content I'm delivering, but it's just I have to remember it is for me. And if I just want to maybe look at the charts and have some internal talks instead of saying everything out loud, it'd be like that sometimes. And until this becomes a proper content channel for other people, I shouldn't feel bad about it. Yet I do because I know some people watch it. So anyway, welcome to the forecast for next week. Let's just dive straight into it. Where can we go next week? First of all, let's like clean this up a little bit because we don't want to see this on the weekly or on the daily because it will all be just distractions and it will be in the way of our charts. So just keep it nice, clean, and neat. Oh, that was the wrong one. Actually, we can take that off, right? Yeah, Asia high has been taken. Asia low has been. We can take all this off. We can take off this line as well. Was just to see where it reacted from. We have the disruption here. Let me get this off the daily chart as well. There you go. And let's hop into it. So let's start on the weekly because we always want to start top down. Know from the highest time frames where we are and where we can go. And we can just start by looking at the weekly that we have this range over here. Not holding too much like weight, putting too much weight on the weekly time frame because yeah, it's so large. Like this can play out during the rest of the year. So we don't want to focus too much of that. And if price wants to pull deeper into it, it can almost take like 5, 6, 7 months before we are there. So therefore not too much weight on it, but as you can see, we tapped into that weekly POI that sits over here and we reached the premium of that range. We tapped the daily POI actually. And from there we turn around. And if we go to the daily, we know that oh, what? Oh, that's sick. Actually, all right. So we know from the daily that we took out these highs, we broke bullish on the yellow structure. And we know that after that, we pushed down quite impulsively, taking on some internal range liquidity. And now we finally tapped into the daily POI. And as I said, with this call out, there's not much liquidity. So price might turn bearish on this structure, but we have to follow the range. That's one thing that's for sure. Therefore, we can look for longs as we are in the discount of our most recent, well, not most recent, but are of this bullish structure. We also got to keep in mind that now we took liquidity to the upside and compared to this liquidity, these highs, all these highs, this liquidity that's now been taken to the inside, yeah, that's nothing. So we can expect price maybe to come lower for that reason as well. Where can we go then? So we got some liquidity over here from this maybe sort of trend line, if you want to call it like that. But basically this low, we can target this low. And we got some liquidity over here, meaning that if we take this and take all of this, we turn bearish again. And this bullish break was just a fake break. And if that happens, I would like to see like price take out that liquidity and then you can see the bullish break and maybe the continuation. Interesting is that news the past week has been very bullish for the dollar, meaning that euro dollar came down. So news is lining up with our technicals. Actually, not over here because here we had a bullish break, a bearish break, bullish break, etc. But overall, we have the low. Sorry, your low time frame trades. The news lines up quite often with your technicals, at least for me. Then what else do we have? So we had this range. We can take it off. I don't know why that's on. And after our dark blue range, we have our light blue range, and that's like our 4 hours plus 1 hour range. And that range keeps on expanding. And that's basically from the high down to this low. And we want to follow this dark blue range, but we can't ignore this light blue range, especially for the reasons I said with liquidity, high time frame taken, and low time frame liquidity to target. And as we come deeper into this range, we also want to look at areas over here if there are POIs, whatever. But for now, we want to keep it clean, tight, and neat. So not yet. But as I said, this range, and we can't ignore it. So what we can expect is lining up with the dark blue range. We can look for longs, and then going against the dark blue range and maybe look for shorts from here or above these previous daily high and news high, and then look for shorts. So that would look something like maybe react from this. So still respecting our red structure. And then from here we turn around and we go like that. And maybe even one deeper and then turn around again. It looks something like that. You get the idea, right? So we respect this range that took liquidity. So I'm not saying a block, but with the range that took liquidity. So this range is took out these highs and then turned lower, so we can look for shorts from here. Come deeper into this POI, respect it. Sorry. Then provide a premium on our light blue range, and then continue down. And then people, smart money traders, will look for longs based on that red range as well. That will be realigned with our dark blue range. So if we get a realignment, we get this one down, maybe something like this. And we can see that slowdown and then a turnaround. It won't be like this. That's too many ranges, but just for the idea, you get the realignment. We can look for longs, shorts into longs, shorts into longs, and yeah. So this is like the too many ranges, but this is like the idea. All right, so that's from this perspective. So lining up, we can still look for longs until we reach this premium on the lower time frame. That's what I will do. I will look for longs until we reach the premium. Then from where do I want to look for long? So going down immediately. We got our high, low, lower high, a lower low, a lower high, and if I'm correct, let me check. Yeah. So, and we never reached the premium on that range. So this is now a bullish break. And we can actually look for longs over here. There you go. You can also class it as internal range liquidity being taken, but we got more to take and we're not reaching the premium yet. So therefore I want to look for longs. Meaning that we have a range from this low up to this high. For now, we don't know yet. But for now, it's this high. Also meaning that we have some form of internal range liquidity over here. I love this breakdown, by the way. My head is so clear right now. We got the internal range liquidity over here, and we have a 1 hour POIs list for value gap over there. So what we will do is we'll actually ignore that one. For now, we will mark on this one. This is the lowest one. I think it will stay unmitigated, but it's the extreme one. So we gotta mark it on because I want to look for trades if it comes there. And we go for the 30 minute, beautiful. Actually, it's too big to mark out. I don't want to mark it out like that. So we got this 50-minute one over here. Now going down lower, why that 51? Well, first of all, it's the first one that sits in this range. But we also got, yeah. We got this one that sits just below the liquidity. on the 5-minute. So I'm now gonna make it a little bit messy though. 5-minute, which sits just below the liquidity, and therefore I like that one. And this one because it follows the order flow on the 1-minute chart, I think. Yeah, oh, even better. Get a high, a low, a high, a higher low, and a higher high. And then it takes internal range liquidity from here, so not really disrupt. It's a low that led to a new high, but basically disrupting those lows. Then we're taking internal range liquidity on this bullish leg, and then continue up. So that's good. I wanna get red. There you go. Now this is a bit messy, so we'll just say it. We do differently. We will say like, okay, over here, line, and let's make it completely black, and let's call it the 1 hour POI. We have 1 hour POI sitting right here, bottom. So if price comes in there, we can just look for longs, whether it's from this 5-minute or this 15-minute, or from the area in between. So let's actually write that down. When price comes into POI. So yeah, that's also good. That's valid. That's solid. Good stuff. So that would mean then that we took out these highs, and we can maybe even see a 5-minute structure, because this is a structure going like this. Better if we take out these highs first, by the way. Maybe give this fake out early sellers, and then continue down so we can look for shorts on that structure and look into longs from there. Oh. Right. Yeah. We got previous daily highs up here. So let's look at price from a daily. We can remove that and look at price from a daily perspective at the most recent daily. So we got a previous daily high. We took our previous weekly daily low. Can move that. And now this is our new previous daily low. This is our new previous daily high. I don't know if I want to mark that on. Let me first mark out these previous daily high, previous daily low. I'm more interested in this one. If we take something, I want to take that one. But for now, we have to use this one. So that's our previous daily high over there. And our previous daily low over there. And yeah. Yeah, let's just keep it on. But let's keep in mind that we already didn't took that one, so we don't need to take that one. Also, if you look at this POI, that's like a nice one to target, because you got Asia highs over here, you got the London high over here, another London high, so we can maybe mark this out as your, oh, that's too much, but as your, sorry, as your trend line liquidity for that range, move into sessions. See, that's, and that is with this one. I thought I marked this out yesterday. So that one just disrupted the highest. That's, or did I put it on the wrong one? I think I put it on the wrong. Yeah. There you go. So that's also a nice area to look for trades from this extreme 15-minute POI. And we got this unmitigated area over here. And maybe it has a 5-minute POI or something. But let's just focus on the areas we marked out right now that are clear. And if it comes above here, we get an entry drill. I'm not, don't know if I want to take that. So we got this marked out. We look for longs from this area. We look for shorts from these areas. This is the reason for that 5-minute POI. And maybe we could take up previous daily highs and then continue down. And we could look for shorts on that 5-minute structure. Going then back to the weekly. I don't know why this is on there. This shouldn't ever be on the weekly chart. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying. So it's gone. Weekly. And what do we have on the weekly? So we closed. So the last week, January, pretty strong, close to the downside, no buyers, followed up by another strong week to the downside last week. And then this week, we took our previous weekly highs, took our previous weekly lows, and we ended up, let me check something. Yeah, so correctly, yeah, we first took our previous weekly highs, then took our previous weekly lows. Correct. Previous weekly, or no, because this was previous weekly low. And then we ended up with slight bullish, but very indecisive candle. This might be a turnaround candle or like a slowdown because we got this reaction from this area over here, and then we might continue down. If you want to reach premium of the light blue bearish range we had from this high down to this low, we have to take a previous weekly highs, which is pretty nice because that's like a strong liquidity pool for us. And then our previous weekly low, and so it lines up with a previous daily low. So previous weekly low got formed on Friday, and previous weekly high got formed on Tuesday. So that's the other thing, and that's good. Got a nice liquidity pool. That's why I want this to be taken, or I see this being taken as well, or there's reason for it to be taken too. So we can reach premium of that range, and we have a nice liquidity pool that's taken out. And it's a strong liquidity pool as well because this is a high that led to a new low. So yeah, we have different scenarios. For now, we look for shorts from this area and longs from these areas. That's the main thing. And until that plays out, there's not much to look for. On long term, we can look for these lows to be taken, whether it's we can look for these longs to be taken or in continuation of the dark blue structure and continue bullish. If we look for these lows to be taken, it can be either from price coming down from here, from bearish section taking it out. The reason for it to be taken, by the way, is that there's not much liquidity in this area. Or we can see price first reach premium on this light blue structure and then continue down. So this is the forecast, guys. It was a good one. I'm proud of it. I had a lot of clarity. So peace out.